Hi, welcome to the stream. Um, so for those who don't know, I did a little oopsie yesterday. I forgot you have to actually click on go live in YouTube Studio to actually go live. So I need to start the stream on OBS, then I need to go live on YouTube Studio. So yesterday night, I did the stream completely. I ultimately improved the monsters and stuff, so I was really proud of me. And it was never recorded, it was never streamed, and yeah, I spent like 3 or 2 hours on that, so yeah, pretty annoying in my opinion. But yeah, we do what we can, alright? So, to go to what I did recently, if you go into the monsters here, I changed the state. Typically speaking, I refactored, you know what, I'm gonna open all the states, in my opinion, it's gonna be easy. So I refactored most of the states, so I changed so all of the logic for the idle state, that is like the actual idle state, defining the speed, typically speaking, and having all the physics update for trying to move to the nice state, like changing to a chase state, for example, etc. All is in this place. I also moved the seeing the player to the monster state directly. So here, this function are already used that you can use directly, and I use them for a reason that is pretty simple. It's because I needed them for the idle state, I needed them for the chase state, but this time it was using that to modify the timer. So you know what I did last time. When you go into the vision of the monster, then technically the monster sees you, so the chase timer pauses until you get out of it, and then continues running until the chase stops, so to force you to actually avoid the monster and not having it like continue chasing you when it sees you and then stopping like, you know, like that. So that was the point, so I moved that there. Since I can reuse the logic of finding a target, so that's why. I also moved the hiding also because I wanted to connect other stuff, I think. So player hiding spots. Yeah, the hiding spots are loaded directly in our friend the enter function. So data hiding spots, what you get, and exit hiding spots, etc. So yeah, we know that. Didn't change anything a lot here, I think. So yeah, the trap call has been changed also because now when it finds the player, it doesn't go back to idle state. Now it actually go back directly to chase state. So I added that so we can move directly to the chase state, which makes sense, by the way. And I didn't do the so I did also a lot of bug fixes on that, and I didn't do the earring system for a reason that is pretty simple. It's a lot, so I need to think about it correctly to how I define hearing, and I think I'm gonna go to the route of every time you do an action, it spews a lot of rays around the player in a round fashion, and they bounce until they reach the monster hearing. Until they reach the monster hearing, and if like you get into the zone of the monster hearing, then typically speaking the monster hears you, which works, but I need to consider the fact that there are maybe walls and stuff, so if a ray gets into the interior of like in the hearing range, then I need to actually cast a ray to see if it collides with another ray, etc. That's a bit complicated, so we're not gonna do that for this sprint, but next sprint, which is gonna be maybe next month or like mid-May, I will probably do that, but not for today. Today we're gonna do something a bit more simple and a bit more nice. Why did I have changes? Oh yeah, I know why. And so a little bit simple today. We're gonna create the doors. The doors, their sole purpose, besides the one that goes like in the patio, but typically speaking, that's still a door. Their sole purpose will be to make noise. That's it. They're not here to, like, you need to consider that when you go through a door, you make noise. That's just a noise trap. That's the point of it. That's a faint noise, but that's still noise nonetheless. So that's the point. I want to make them exactly as I did the traps. So if you remember, or maybe not because you weren't on Twitch, I suppose. So if you remember, the traps has been defined in levels, I think, and trap layer. So the ID is the trap type here. So the ID is specifically, I use this ready function to get the cells in the tile map, because it's a tile map, so I can actually use tiles, so I can put like traps everywhere, but just in tile. My cat is being stupid right now, so if you hear something behind me, that's my cat. Okay. So I can just like use a tile map, like place tiles on the board here, and these are traps. In that case, like, it's just the testing tiles, by the way. They won't look like that at the end. But that's the point, right? The point is just you get into the tile directly. Easy peasy, really simple. And it gives you the information you need from the tile, and it creates on the tile an area 2D, which helps me actually detect collision, detect entering into the stuff. And really simple. It gets into the area 2D, and then what it does is, if you take here, for example, it creates just a function that is on area body entered. So when you enter it, it emits a signal trap and gives you the type of trap depending on what you have in the middle here. So yeah, and it returns the damage value, the trap duration, and the node being the area 2D. So if I can get the position and stuff, that's why. But I can change that. The idea is I want to use exactly the same principle. I want to create an area 2D that I pose, and then pass a signal function. That's it. And so this is it. This is just it, right? I need to change that, create the area collider, which is gonna use the same exact logic basically. So I'm gonna extract that logic, create a new type of area 2D tile maps, which is gonna be my specific node. And yeah, I'm just gonna use the same principle, refactor the trap, and put the doors here. So it's a good and proper use of what I want to do. So I'm gonna use that. So let's just go SRCs, level, and not in traps. What I want is to create detection. So we're gonna call detection tile maps. Detection tile map layers. I'm gonna move the traps in detection tile maps layer. So MV in detection tile map layer, which is okay. I'm gonna have a problem if you go into level 1. Do I have a problem like if I do that, do you know, or does it work? Oh. Oh. The instantiation worked directly. Okay. That's cool. I don't need to actually change that. That's cool. I like that I can move it correctly. Also, I maybe change the name before I touch on that. Don't save. Detection tile map layers, and what I want to do is I want to select that. You know what I need to do? Set up Elix driver on my terminal so I can use Elix keybinds on my terminal. But this is not what I'm going to do today. So I have the traps. I'm gonna add the doors. Okay, so now I need the doors. The doors will use the same, and what I want to do is I want to actually change the traps to inherit from detection tile map layers and make it a bit better, because I want to also use like multiple layers of tile map in a single node. So you can have multiple layers of different design. So that's the thing I will have to do. So yeah, is there a problem? Like, no, apparently. You know, someone inside. Okay. So now that we are here, let's just urge to see what I have. Okay. So I'm gonna create a new scene. The new scene will just be a 2D scene. Do I use a node 2D or just a node for that? I might use the node for that. So let's just change the type because I don't need to be a specific node, just a node. So detection tilemap layers, because there are multiple layers here. Detection tilemap layers. I want to add a tilemap layer here, which is going to be the first layer. So we'll just add first layer, just like in Made in Abyss. I want to save it right now. It's going to be in levels, detection tilemap layers, and that's going to be my detection tilemap layers.tscn. We have our friend. We want to attach a script to that. So yes, we save that. Okay. I have 2 brain cells today. Why did I remove that? I don't know. And now I want the detection tilemap layer.gd, and I kind of want the traps also. So trap layer.gd. I don't need the process if I recall correctly, so let's just remove that. I want the ready. The ready will use exactly that value. So we don't use anything else. You said because the value doesn't have a set type. Oh yeah. Oh. This is interesting. I can't copy that for multiple reasons, but it's good that I think about it right now. I can't copy that because I have multiple tilemap layers. Okay, so now I need to define which is the functional layers and which are the other layers. So let's just do it like that, like rename functional layer. That is the functional layer. What I want is I want to get the functional layer. So at var functional layer, which is gonna be a tile map layer, and we want to do functional layer equals tile functional layer, the name I have. Functional layer here. All right, get you cells will use the functional layer, so this one, and create trap area. That's a wrong stuff. Add child area. Yeah, and I don't want to add child, I want to add to the functional layer. Functional layer add child, which makes sense, right? That's what we want. And so create the trap area. I'm gonna say create detection area, which doesn't exist at the moment, but it's fine. I'm gonna use that. And what I want is I want to pass a function that adds new stuff to the area. So yeah. For the moment, let's just do it like that. So create detection area. So yeah, var area new iChar function create area collider not found in the base itself. I know because I need to create area collider here, which is okay. This I can just keep it like that. It's pretty easy. Tile set size not declared is yeah. Functional layer, the tile set size is vector 2, so I have the info now. Get some tile data not found. Okay, so this is all the values that. So here, that's the signal function. So 2 global not found in base self, but I can do functional layer for that. Functional layer that 2 global. Map to local same. So functional layer map to local, and signal function. Okay, so that's the thing. I don't have a signal function, so I don't care. So this is just creating the detection area. And what I want is I want to add some flair to it. Let me explain. This is creating just a base detection area, but the detection area, so an area 2D, does nothing. It does specifically absolutely fucking nothing. Right now, we want to connect it. We want to connect all of the stuff and all before we actually, like when we add the child. So we want to know, we want to have the information of all the children, and then we want to add this function for each children depending on the time. Okay. Because that's what we want to do, right? We want to know the tile, and we want to know, see, get cell data, local post. Okay. We want to be able to know that when we create the tile. So one solution would be to have a function that's gonna be a function you override. And this is used to do basically whatever the fuck you want with the area. We give you the position of the stuff, and you change it, and you can override that. So in that case, the function will be the function you need to override. That's gonna called override tile detection area, and we want to give the local position to a vector to I, and we want to get the area as well. So area, which is an area 2D, yeah, and you do whatever the fuck you want with that. This is your problem. You do what the fuck you want with it. Oh yeah, you need a non-static tile, okay, of course. Void. And so the ID would be override. So the ID would be to use this function to do whatever. Like you can basically do override tile detection area. You can do basically whatever the fuck you want. So yeah, you can do it. And if there is nothing, so if you do nothing, the area will absolutely do nothing. But all of the modifications you need to do will be defined here. Here we're using exactly the same shape. I consider that the trap layer will use a rectangle shape 2D, which can be wrong. Maybe actually it is wrong. So this is something I will need to change so I can use it for other tile sets in the future. For the moment, I consider it just a square, and I'm gonna use a square no matter what. So this is fine. What we want is now... So we have an extend here, and I'm really not happy about it. So I want a class name detection tile map layer. So that's our class name now. We're happy with that. I will have an extend here next time. Trap. So that I will need to change the create signal function parse type, and passing that to the area. Using the trap type, damage value, trap duration, signal function, doing that. So I need to do that, basically. So just basically taking it for myself. I want the function which is gonna be what's the name again? Override tile detection area. Override tile detection area. Local post vect to I area, which is an area. And I want that. So pretty simple already. I have the info that I want. And yeah. So now what I want to do is I want to change the trap. So trap layer, the TSN. I want to change type, or can I? How do you? Okay, so if I need to change type, I can use that actually. No. Can I instantiate a child scene here? Let's call that. How do you do it. I forgot about that. Detection timer player. Yeah, but no, okay. So delete other node. Yeah, no, I want to new inherited scene. Detection timer player like that. And I want to save that as my new as my traps. So here trap layer.tscn, I think, yeah. So save, okay. So this is now my trap layer. And what I want is I want to attach a script which is gonna be trap layer.gd. And doesn't extend timer player but extend detection timer player in that case. All of that. Oh yeah, I said size. I kinda need this value. I said but I size, okay. Okay, so first it's good that I remember that functional layer tile set the tile size, which is okay. So this is good. I don't use that. The create trap area would not gonna be my problem again because I have it already. Create area collider would not be a problem. Overwrite the detection area, which is great because I have the information here, and so here all the get cell data. So all the get cell, I want to use functional layer. Functional layer up get cell. So now we have something a bit simpler because the logic is delegated to the trap layer here, and then I have that. So override, and I have this value. So this save here, we want to remove the trap layer, which there is a. It's connected to player composition. Okay, so I will need to remember that. So let's just remove the trap layer. Then I want to instantiate the trap layer here, detection timer player. Oh yeah, didn't remember to rename it. So we name it trap layer, just so we have an ID. I'm gonna instantiate again trap layer here, not in the player composition, but here. I want, so normally there is a signal. I want to connect the function. So player composition, it's connected again. And so now, can I have oh, this is bad. Oh yeah, no. This is a problem because how do you access the subnodes in instantiated nodes in the editor? Good question. Maybe it doesn't work what I did. Godot access subnodes in editor for instantiated things. There are lots of different ways to you see in code so that you don't need to tell them the first place, but the last time you might stay in that case. Use an unpassed use groups. If a scene needs to know, but another create a property to store the reference to that node, and when you instance that scene, assign the node to the scene's property. If you instance the nodes in the editor, then add export. Get node, okay, but I want the interior of that. Like I want to expand. I want to expand basically. Within an instance, it's the same, yeah. Ability to not slot or you're more than welcome to use any of the code for my fork. Oh yeah, so that's a problem. I think I can't do it. So they did a lot here. But you can't. Access nodes in instantiated. Let's see. Access node from an instance scene. Yeah, because I can't access that. Like I can access that in code, but I want in editor. Okay, not in seed instance. Okay. When getting a reference to a node, you're not limited to getting a direction. The get function supports path. For example, scene with the script. Okay, syntactic sugar, creating nodes, associating scene. Just use an rigid script. Okay, but that's it. That's it. I don't have the access. Oh no, I made a mistake. Yeah, it's okay. Reparent new node. Editable children. Oh. Oh. Hello. Alright then, thank you very much. No worries though. Take the stream over you like, it's fine. So yeah, okay, you need to do editable children. The time I've is not self resource because I'm a moron, but yeah. Okay, so that works. I'm happy with that. Okay, new tile sets. I want the tile set to be 32 by 32 again. Is here. I want the physics layer. No. I want the custom data layer though. So I have okay. And that's the moment I will have to change a lot of stuff. Which is I need the trap type, the damage value, the trap duration. So yeah, so trap type, which is an int. So okay with that. We want the damage value. So I did an oopsie function. Yeah. We want the damage value, which is a float. And we want the next one, which is my friend, the trap duration, which is also a float. Good to know. So yeah. Okay. I like that. We have it back insane. We need to just add a tile set so I can test if it works, and then we'll be okay. Okay, and then my refactor worked, and I can move past to the next, which is making the doors using the same logic. Hoping it fucking works though. That's the problem. Sync connection, no. Can I, like, I have the tile set, but I want to load. No, it's a new tile set. Okay. Can I give the? How did you do that already? I forgot about that. Only you're supposed to be able to do it easily. How do I How do you do that? How do you change the value of this functional layer? Because if I do into the tile map, but there is no tile set. Okay, if I create a tile set, again here, just for the sake of testing, right? If I create a tile set, and yeah, I have it. I go to tile sets. Nope. Am I having a brain fire right now? Like I swear to God, you can. Atlas. Isn't the name no Atlas? Am I going fucking insane? Oh, hold on. Page sheets. Yeah, it's okay. It's Atlas. Okay, it's Atlas. You see. I was going fucking insane for a moment, but it's fine. Find it. Okay. Yeah, I can reset that then. Okay. Cool. No errors, just me being a dummy. But okay, it's fine. Floor. Alright, the elastic will be fine, blah blah. I know, okay. So now I can paint stuff, right? Yes, I can paint the trap type, the damage value, and the stuff. So just to simplify, this is gonna be a trap type of 3. Here. I can test. Because that's the trap that actually called the monster. So we can actually see that in action when it works. So now I have access to the functional layer. Gosh, that's great. Okay. That's good. That's good. I'm really glad that it works. And now... I have one thing I need to test, which is also the onReady. Assert... Functional layer is not null. Couldn't find the functional layer at functional. Couldn't find functional layer, which is easy. And then I want another asset, which is functional layer, because that's the thing I really need. Functional layer dot tile set that tile. No, tile size. I think that's the name. The name is tile size. Yeah, tile size, not null. Again, you need to define a tile set with a certain size for the detection. For the detection tile map layer to work. And size on the functional layer, just so I keep it clean, because I want to be sure that what I'm doing is okay and doesn't bug, because I'm a dummy. So now we have the information we want. If I go into the blur composition, I think it's okay. Let's try that. Invariant access to tile set on pin object time map layer. Fun. And I know why, because tile set here is that, I think. Yeah. Boom. So multiple problems already. The functional, okay, so this layer seems to be above the player, which is not at all what it's supposed to be doing. But the thing seems to work. So if I do that, okay, I want the player, not the... Okay, move the monster. Why is the trap layer above? Normally, I'm not supposed to be above. This is supposed to be below. Why is the texture above? This is a problem. This is a problem because it's not supposed to be above. I make a mistake. Probably. Rendering, draw, canvas system, sort enables, enable setting. Y solution, rendering, pattern size. Okay, that's not what I want. Can I change the position of the tile layout? Okay. Maybe that's here. Maybe it's in the tile layout. Tile layout. Stack the where both axes stay consistent with their respective local origin vertical axis. So that's not it. That's not that. Tile size, we have it. Custom, okay. Rendering, UV clipping. UV clipping or rendering the tile. Yeah, I still want to keep UV clipping. Thank you very much. Visibility. Oh, maybe that's why. Visibility. Oh, I can change the Z index. Okay. Would that work though? Probably not, but let's try. Visibility, the Z index. Where is my C index? Ordering the index. Yeah, but it's behind everything. If I do that. Is it because I'm using a node and not a node 2D? That might be why. Change type. Because I think the node is above everything. So if I do that, diction, I want node 2D. And that's okay. So the show player evolves, of course. So normally... can I change type? Or just delete and reinstantiate it? And that's maybe what I'm gonna do. So let's just delete it and reinstantiate it again. Okay, so Baum. Trap layer, reinstantiating again. I want to be able to edit the children here. Alright. And so if I take that and I do it... Yes, this was the problem. Crisis averted. So yeah, this was the problem. If we're using a node 2D... yeah, we're using a node 2D, but also what? I'm using a node 2D. Oh. Functional layer, create detection area, get you cell. To global, okay. What? You're supposed to get into... Oh yeah, no, I know why it doesn't work. I know why. Because I technically need to actually connect the signal. That's why. Yeah. Silly me, but yeah, I forgot that there is actually a signal I need to connect. Yeah, that works. Okay, that works. Cool. Cool. We have the info. So now my shit functions, which is really great. I feel great knowing that. So functional layers work, the trap layer works, the detection element layer work. Great. So now what we want to do is we want to reuse that to make the doors. Let's just go on. So we want a new scene, inherited from our friend, new inherited scene from our friend's detection timer player. I want it to be saved as the doors, literally. I'm gonna rename that as the doors layer. Not like that though, because it's not a great name with the underscores. That's not how you name stuff here. No, we name stuff in this house. Yeah. Can I rename it? Yeah. Just traps layer. You know what? I want to call that trap doors layers, and then traps layers. And just for the funsies, let's just change so we have the TSCN traps layers TSCN, and the same for the GD script. So yeah, now it's gonna cry. Oh, does yeah. So yeah, traps layer. And is that right? Does not work again? Oh. Traps layer GD. No, okay. That's why. Traps layers. So yeah. I want to remove the trap layer and trap layer. So this one I want to do it. I want to don't save. I want to delete again. It's okay. I want to instantiate it again, which is gonna be my traps layer. Open. Would that work though? Traps layer.tscn. Traps layers.tscn. You. Yeah, no. Can I change? How do you change the dependencies? Dependency manager? I don't remember. Edit dependencies. Wait, okay. So detection time map, floor and walls. I need to find it again. Absolutely. So yeah, and now if I reopen it, okay, I have it. Traps layers hides a global script class. Interesting, to say the least. Are you gonna cry here too, or? Okay, no. So yeah, okay. Detection tilemap layers, because I don't find definition for detection tilemap. Yes, you can. Detection tilemap layer. That's the name. And if I open that detection, so that's easy. Same here. Normally you find it easily. See? You're able to find it. So for the doors, use detection timer players and collapse. Okay. Class name. Oh yeah, no, because I'm a moron. There is only one type here. Doors layers. Okay, and now I want to instantiate it again, so it's good and yada yada yada. You get it already. I finished that. So now I actually. Editable children. I need to move it behind the player composition, connect the trap to the player composition. Again, we have the functional layer, and if I do that again, and I put that style here, I do that. Cannot find type trap layer in the current scope. Yeah. That makes sense because I renamed it. So trap layer again, and so we're just gonna change that real quick. So we want traps layers. I think that's the name. Control S and enter qual. So now you're allowed to find it again, boy. Because if I do that, then I have the information that I need. Traps layers detection. Okay, good. Done, proper, clean, like that. That's what I like to see. So yeah, we are good to go. Okay, took me a while. The refactor took me an hour, but it's done. So detection tilemap layers, the doors, traps remove, level, player composition change, player, and that too. And so without the doors though, just to simplify. And GCC, refactor, detection tile map layers, and not custom logic, technically it's custom logic, but add general logic for tile map layers with inbuilt detection. All right, easy. So we have the new feature, it's done, it's refactored, and so now we can work on the doors. So CDSRC, levels, the door, the detection timer players, doors. Cool. So now we can create the doors, and this it's gonna be pretty simple actually. We're just gonna attach a new script here, create. That's not gonna extend not2d, but alright. Doors.gd. Those layers, okay. Not the good name. C cd mv doors to doors layers. I mean, doors is okay. You know what? Doors is okay, but just renaming to doors layers. Doors gd and doors tscm. So doors layers.gd, not the tscm, which is my other doors layers tscm, right? So don't save. I want the doors layer. And I think if I edit dependencies, all right, there is nothing, which is perfect, because there is just that. So now I need to attach the script again. Doors layer load, good, fantastic. We get to the doors layer, perfect. That's what we want to see. Now doors layers.gd again. The process is fine. We don't want to change already. We need that. We're gonna call the class name doors layers and detection time of layers, which is the thing we want. And let's just see how I do the traps layer here. Overwrite on detection area, which is what we want to do. Up. So just for the moment, pass because it's okay. It's gonna be the first thing I need to implement. And so now we need to think of doors. And that's gonna be pretty easy in my opinion. They need to open, they need to close. Yes, I know, that's just that. So, but what I need to do is I need to actually save a value for every single doors and know that for all the layers. That's the thing. So using my system, it's okay if you use like if it's just like a trap, for example, it works well. But now I need to save values inside the door system. So the principle would be really simple. It's just you bump into a door, or better, you just get into a door, and it just like opens it. And when you interact with it, you can close it. And I just need to know if it's closed or not. So it's just a boolean, easy. But what I need to keep is that I need to keep in the area. I need to push a new variable that says, hey, are you open or are you closed? Question. Can I do that? Can I create any kind of property without redefining the type? Because if I can do this, that's pretty nice. Though I suspect I can't. But maybe I can. Let me check. If I take that and I do area dot opened equals true, would that work? So now I need to print area dot open. Okay. And yeah, I know I should not be at area is not declared. Yeah, area is declared. Print area open pass. So yeah. Let's just run this scene. Residue of type instance. Yeah. Yeah. This is also because I never defined stuff, and yeah, I need to. Oh, functional layer that tile set size just so I can test it again. Okay, so it doesn't stop at the first one. If I do an end, do you stop at the first one? You need to define it. Yeah, okay. You need to define it with a certain size on the functional layer for the detection layers to work. Yeah, there's no one behind anyway. So yeah. Okay. This is great. Just fixing that is okay. Now I need to define the tile set here. So let's just do it quickly. New tile set. That's gonna be 32 by 32. Doesn't change nothing though, but it's just let's just do it quickly for the first one. All right, and then start. So you do okay. That makes sense because I have no value. So let's just like add an atlas. That's gonna be like let's go furniture, I suppose. And what I want is I want something that will work like a door, but is not really a door. So let's take that. Let's just take the flame here. If I do that, let's just take the flame. With value of table on the basis of area to E. Yes, of course. There is no value for area to open. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. That makes sense. Like that actually absolutely makes sense, right? It's okay. So this is the first word block we need to solve. What we need to do now is adding to the area a value. So for each cell, I have like a set of data I can modify. There are multiple solutions I can use, and I think the better solution would be to use the local position. Because the local position being a vector to I. Is there like hash maps on Godot? Hash maps, just so I have an ID. The data preferences. Long story short, it's the worst case scenario, constant time graphing. Yeah, I know. Array versus dictionary versus objects. But array is very vector variant in the engine starts. Yeah, okay, so it's just a vector. It's okay. Enumeration versus string. Animated texture versus animated animation tree. Okay, I want the hash map. As another hash map. So, okay, a dictionary can be used as an hash map. Ah, but that sucks though. That sucks though. Other hash map. So you implement them. And the index has value provided the key, then hash is the key corresponding to a number. The hash is calculate the index to the array. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, you know what? I can actually use a dictionary because it's fast, but yeah. Let's just use a dictionary for that. So we want to define the yeah, just want to define the dictionary. I just need if it's open or not, so it's just gonna be easy. But I can have a dictionary of a dictionary. So let's just call that like doors state, which is gonna be a dictionary. All right. And so you want to, for the position, so I want a dictionary that is the position as a key and the area. And I can use that to then update the opened or not. So I can just say doors state. It's easy for the moment to use that, but yeah. Find key, get or add. Let's just add. Let's just add directly. Okay, let's just do that. Local pos equals false. They're all closed. Just so we have an ID. Dictionary containing for each local position on the grid. If the door is opened or not. value pool. Just so we have the information what it is, because I'm not on the latest version of Godot, so I'm limited to that. So yeah, print area open, no, but I can do print doors state local posts, so just to have information. And if I do it false, okay, so I have the information that I need. And I don't need to use the area for the moment, or at least I will, but not for the moment exactly. No, I need to create the signal function, and that's gonna be easy, honestly, because I don't need a lot. So if I create the signal function here, I just need the node, and I need the local position of the node. That's the important thing. On area body entered. So let's just rename that as create opening signal opening function. And we need the same thing for closing when you get into it and just close the stuff. So yeah. Yep. So, okay. So, local bus area. So now we want the uploading layer, okay? And then what we want to do is we want to do doors states local post equals open, so true. And then we want to do that by changing here the emit signal true in that case, so yeah. But we never use the node, so no, we want the node. We want the node because we want the position. So let's just do that. Let's create a signal. So yep. All right. Signal. We're not gonna call that trapped. We're gonna call that. Oh. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. My God. Touch the screen as well. We're not gonna call that. We're gonna call the opened. We want if it's open is open rule, and then we want to get the node at the end. So yeah, and so we emit the signal opened, and now we can do area dot body entered dot connect and create opening function, local post area. Easy. Yeah. And now we have directly the function that is if the door is opened, then you know which is opened and if it's open or not. So in that case it will be true, and then we have the information that it's opened. So yeah. And then we want the close function. So yeah, on area body entered. Oh, you know, I can actually change that. So pretty much easily. I just rename that to create signal function because I can do the same thing. When you enter in the area. So yeah, if door state local post, so if our friend is opened, then what you need to do is you need to wait for an interaction. How did I manage the interaction on the player side? Just to be sure. On can interact. Is interaction possible? How did I do that in the hiding spots? On interaction range body entered. Can interact. Okay. player interaction type hiding. So in that case, I will need to change that here. Player interaction type doors. So door, just to say that. So in that case, it's called body, but it's okay because it's gonna be player, emission character, self player interaction type door, and you can interact, which is fine. And I want to know then type interaction, is interaction possible? True. Okay. Same with the player can interact with the environment. Okay. Not self, I want the area. To the node in that case. And I want to add that data to that interaction. So I want to add new data. Data, which is dictionary. And I just want new data to add so I can actually use it. So data, okay. That is never gonna prefix it with the underscore. No, I know, because I will gonna use it. So it is okay. So you body emit can, and then you wait. Okay. And so here I can return, and then I need to create a new signal. Emitted when the player opens, and when the door is opened or closed. And I want another signal, which is going to be imported again, and this time it will not be open, it will be closed door. So close door is open. I don't care, I don't need the node, but I want the signal to be connected myself inside. And so here the signal will be I don't need the node, but I need the local position of the vector to I. So in that case, when I emit the signal, I want the local position. So local position, which gonna be local position, and here I just do that. Local position, local pos. Okay. Like that. So we have the local position for the closed door, and so now I can create for the doors layer in the node closed door. I connect on closed door, so now I can reload on closed door, and we do false, just like that, easy. And so this is what happens when you close the door, which is okay. No player interaction type, that true can interact, looking. Honestly, what's the point of my is interaction possible? Do I use it? Do I use it? Because I don't think I use it. Oh yeah, I use it. Okay. Match type interaction hiding. Yeah. Interaction type dot door. I kinda want to give the node, which is gonna be just a self in that case, because it's only in the area. So let's just do node dot so if your interaction type door is layers as so yeah, sorry, doors layers is doors layers, we go node as doors layers. Okay, it was the number of the expression found that it's a var. And now we want to do doors layers dot close door dot emit, and we want the local post, which is gonna be data dot local position. So yeah, something like that. And that's it. So now we have the position, we have the how to close the door. So yeah. Huh. So now I just want to... So on closed doors, I want to print doors states local bus. And yeah. So we have that. So if the door is open, you can do that. If not, then you do that. So yeah, pretty much okay, I guess. Player emit signal can interact. So yeah, here I want to print door state. Of course, you don't want me to do it because you're an annoying cunt, but not for too long, not for too long. Now we want to go into the level. We want to have a new layer. That's gonna be like here, I guess. Do I? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So now, okay, I'm here, direction to my players, no doors layers, so adding the doors layers again. Let's put it under the other one, editable children. Can I change that? Can I define that directly into the node, by the way? Process, no. Physics interpolation of the translate, editor description, no. Material, texture, ordering, filter, transform, yeah, okay, so no. Oh, this is annoying, but okay. So we supposed to have like doors, so this is a door. Why am I having like... Okay. Am I having a stroke? Why is it doing both? Why is it printing it as if it's always like the same? No opened. Just like that. So. And here would be the no closed. But I didn't do anything. I didn't interact with it. So this is weird to me because I didn't interact with it. On can interact. Okay. Cool. Oh, now I know why. Because I'm not handling the interaction. That's why. Ooh, this is bad. That's why. Because I'm just saying, hey, it's possible to interact with me. So yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah. Because I handle interaction at every, yeah. That's my fault. Okay, I see. I know why. So, it's okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll see you like in like 10 minutes, and we can continue and we can fix that. So, yeah. I'll see you in a bit. And we're back. So, yeah. Let's fix that. And then I might actually go to sleep. Because I'm so fucking tired. So let's fix that. We want to know... Maybe I need to refactor the interaction. Can I interact with an object? But what I want is I want to actually like define a dictionary that says what can you interact with, what are the values you can use, etc. So maybe do that. Or possible interactions. That's a dictionary. Can I have the fucking type again? Thank you. Possible interactions. And so I want to define it correctly. So can hide. Let's define it as false. So yeah, hide. I want it to be a dictionary again. Can. So can hide false. And that's it. Then I want the next one, which is the next one will be close door, which is so can already was. Then you want the door local boss, which is a vector to I, and you want the next type, which is the doors layers, which is null. And yeah, so easy. Gives you an idea on what we want. Oh, that is weird. Maybe because of that. Yeah, maybe because of that. So yeah. So instead of having the value can hide, we can change it. So yeah. So now we want to do the is interaction possible. We want what is the name I define it? Possible interactions dot hide dot can hide, so it can true in the case. And same, but this time it's equal false. And I want the last hiding spot also, so possible interaction hide and last hiding spot. Possible interactions hide last hiding spot. Last hiding spot, in that case it's gonna be null. Yup, but null, right? So we can also remove the last hiding spot, which is fine. So now if interaction, if in possible interaction dot hide dot can hide player, and I want to, is it used? Do I use get last hiding spot? Get last hiding spot. It's actually used. Okay. So good to know. Return possible interaction dot hide dot lost hiding spot. All right, and here in the iPlayer I want to give so for last hiding spot equals possible interaction dot hide dot last hiding spot last hiding. I'm gonna kill someone if it doesn't let me do it. Last hiding spot. Sometimes I fucking hate it as hiding spots. Right? And so here I use the last hiding spot. In that case, I know. And here I'm gonna do the same because I want that to work. Global position, so yeah, exactly. Last hiding spot, which is an hiding spot, so yeah. See. So yeah, it's the same, and we need to do it here also. So this is what would happen if I use the good value. So let's just remove that. We want to do the same here, but a bit different. So close door, so in the case close door. What do I have for the closed door? We have can door local post door layers. Okay, so doors layers is null, and door local post is a vector. That's it, right? Door local post doors layers. Okay, so that's it, and then we change it so here it corresponds to the node, and the position is in data.local position. Okay, so now we have the info. So now we have hide player. We want a new function. That's gonna call function close door. We want the doors layer. I mean, I don't know. I don't need to do that actually. I'm just gonna just emit the shit no matter what. So yeah, you can just emit. So when we go into the end of interaction, we return, and if possible interaction but or close door that can, I want the if again. Thank you very much. What I want to do var doors layers, which is doors layers is possible interaction close door doors layers as doors layers. Okay, now onto the doors layers dot close door it. And what I want to emit is the position of that, and we're gonna be okay. So I want to emit the local post. So yeah. So here I want the possible interaction. Close door. Door local post. So yeah. And also important. Possible interactions, so let's just do that, which is, let's do a function we're gonna call can't close door, nothing, let me do that. So yeah, and here we do the close door, just so I can reuse it here without copying stuff. So close door, just like that. So it's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. That works. So it's not completely perfect, don't get me wrong, because I still need to add colliders, I think. So you get pushed away from the door when you close it or something like that. But you open, okay. Okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, I know, because I'm actually doing the okay. What I need to do is I need just to change that, so something like that. So emit signal, if it's not opened, we're gonna just open it like that, and then we can say you can interact like that without the return. So if it's not open, just do it like that, I think. And easy, really. You can interact if the door is open, so you just need door states. Local boss. Easy. So I have the info. Alright, if I do that, then no closed. No closed, but I can't close it again. Nobody opened it. It's closed. I opened it. It's closed. So you can also close the door directly behind you, which is fine. Okay. Cool. Obviously there was no animations. I know that. There is no like actual protection to it, but yeah. But it actually kind of works essentially how I want it to work. So I think it's okay. It's not the best, don't get me wrong, but it's okay. So yeah, we have the thing. Hopefully this was not a great thing to watch, because I was mostly rambling and I'm a bit tired, honestly. Let's just remove the print here. We have something that works. This is a temporary modification, though I need to refactor that shit. This player system is bad. And I will need to actually do a big refactor on it, because it's starting to be quite complicated for what it is. So yeah. Create signal function. Okay, so we have everything I wanted, I think. So yeah. Hopefully, we have everything we need. So yeah. Cool. I'm gonna remove that, by the way. I don't know why I put it there, but yeah. Just so it's easier. And yeah. Removed it. There is no door. Yes, there is a door actually. I put 2 doors actually. So yeah, no doors. And cool. Everything is defined here. So the proof of concept for the doors work. Obviously it's not the best, but it works. So yeah. GCZ fit doors add proof of concept for doors. Alright, which is great because at this stage it's okay to have just proof of concept like that. Git flow feature finish. Alright. Alright. This is it. The doors are done. Oh, it took me long to finish them, but you know, it's better when they are finished correctly. So, alright. Done. So yeah, cool. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. We are done on the doors. We are done on the rest. I like that. I'm happy with what I did. Okay. So, I think it means that it's the end of the stream for today. I'll see you on Saturday for some gaming. Probably Hunt Showdown. Probably something else. I mean, I want to try Hunt though with these new settings. Because I'm sure it's gonna be really fucking crisp on YouTube. So you know what? We'll do some Hunt, I think. Unless I really don't feel like it. But I don't think that will be the problem. So yeah. So... Why? Oh yeah, I know why. What? Yeah, I made a mistake. Hold on. So... What? Yeah, I have the eyes again, and I have that. And I have the worry. Okay. Bad. Okay. I made a mistake with my keyboard. Okay, it's fine. But yeah. I'll see you next time. So on Saturday for some gaming, and on Sunday also for some gaming. So yeah. That's gonna be that. This was a long week of streams, so I'm really happy about what we did. So yeah. See you on Saturday. Bye.